Hello, third grade. For your math homework today, we're going to continue looking at area. Remember that area is length times width. We can solve area by multiplying how long it is and how wide it is. Length times width equals area. Now, last week in our groups, we worked on switching those around so we could find the missing parts. If we have a missing length or a missing area, we can use division to help us solve for the missing side. So we can divide area divided by either the length or the width to help us find the opposite length or width. So we could divide by the width to help us find the length, or the length to help us find the width. For the following problems, you will be finding the length, the missing length, finding the missing side. For the bottom section, you will be rounding the numbers to the nearest 10. When we are rounding, remember that we find the place and look next door. 5 and above, give it a shove. 4 and below, let it go. Make sure you read the directions. The first part, you are finding the nearest 10. The second part, you are finding the nearest 100. I will do the first one with you. 4,783. I'm rounding to the nearest 10. So I need to find the place and look next door. I found the tens place and I'm looking next door. If that is 5 and above, I'm going to give it a shove. If it's 4 and below, I'm going to let it go. I see that 3 is 4 and below, so I'm going to let it go. It's going to stay an 8. Everything to the everything to the left stays the same. Everything to the right changes to a 0. Now, if you are struggling coming up with these two, here's another strategy you might want to use. Before you do the 5 and above, give it a shove, 4 and below, let it go, we can write out the closest 10 on each side of this number. So I'm still looking at my tens place. Now, if I counted up, what would be my next tens place? 9. 90 is a 10. Remember, tens are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So if I rounded up, I would get 4,790. Now, what would be my closest 10 if I counted down? 80. See how I have 80 and 90? And the numbers to the left stay the same. So then I can find 5 and above, give it a shove, or 4 and below, let it go. Remember, you are always looking at the neighbor when you're doing 5 and above, give it a shove. So you can then type that number inside the box. And then if it is green, it is correct. If it is not green, you need to try again. Make sure you always add your comma between the hundreds and the thousands place. Second part, you are looking at the hundreds. Find the place and look next door. After you're finished with this activity, make sure that all of your answers are correct, and then you are done with your homework.